Most traders that I follow were expecting actually a further consolidation to the downside, and that actually had me pretty bullish because I wasn't seeing it. But when a lot of people are fearful on an uptrend, and we're still basically in an uptrend, it's pretty bullish, right? The volume of Bitcoin. So that's point number one. The point number two is the volume of Bitcoin getting locked up at higher initial prices, right? Meaning, in other words, people who are getting into Bitcoin, whether it's high net worth investors or some institutions are now getting into Bitcoin, as we've talked about, right? They're getting in at prices that set the floor much higher than where we are today, and they're moving that Bitcoin off of the exchanges. That's very bullish because that means they have no intention of selling anytime soon. Now they can move it on back on fairly quickly, but they're not keeping it there. So in general, that tells me I use the analogy if you watch hockey, there's a line change, right? We had the old line, which was the people that bought in 2017, 2018, and that line has been changed for a new group of buyers who have a higher floor on price that's in the 30,000s for the most part. That's extremely bullish because that means they got a ways to go before they're going to recognize any kind of profits, if ever. We don't know. All right. The third point is that Bitcoin is at the bottom of this channel, representing this upward price slope, which I actually forgot to pull up the photo, but it basically represents this stock to flow model that I talked about last week, and there's a really good picture of it in the newsletter and a link off of it. So if you go to abra.com and click on blog, you can see a picture of the channel. So this channel is holding. So what this tells us is that the increase in Bitcoin actually got steeper, right, going into late December than it was in November and early December. And it's maintaining that upward slope, which could easily see us at 100,000 Bitcoin if the slope maintains. Now, I have to show you one of the most important charts that I keep showing you over and over again, and that is the classic Bitcoin pullback chart. I forget the gentleman's name who prepared this, but I checked the numbers, and his numbers on the chart are accurate. All of those negative numbers that you see are 30% plus pullbacks on the way to Bitcoin's high points in late 2017, early 2018. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 30% plus pullbacks on the way to a huge run up. Okay, and so I fully expect that we're going to get 20 to 40% pullbacks along the way. And if it doesn't happen, it'll be completely different from last time. And by the way, that's what happened in mid-January, right? We peaked at 42,000 and we basically retraced almost 30%, as I recall, right? And so now we seem to be holding the original bull trend, no promises, but that's what it looks like. And so the point being that if that trend holds, right, it's also holding for the pullbacks, right? Which I see as bullish. If you're looking for entry points, those 25 to 35% pullbacks are the best entry points you're going to get in a bull market, right? Because they're basically the market is basically giving you free money as it absorbs the last set of price gains.